What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and we're watching right before our eyes, basically IRL entertainment collapsing. We've seen Regal Cinemas throw in the towel for the entirety of the 2020 year, possibly into early 2021. While AMC claims they're going to try to stay open, it doesn't look likely that they're going to be able to make it. Disney, just a few days ago, laid off almost 30,000 people, many of whom from the theme parks. And look, it stinks. This is an unfortunate reality where I would love to have a classic get woke, go broke moment, but that's not what's happening here. A combination of consumer confidence in going out and interacting with people, lockdown restrictions, and in California, for example, just the ability, not even the ability to open, even if they had wanted to. It's quite simply hemorrhaging cash. And Disney does not have the big blockbuster releases to rely on either to kind of keep everything floating. So it's not looking good for Disney. Over the past, couple of days, we've seen early trading. Its stock has dropped, but then come back. So it's difficult to really tell. Yesterday, after the layoffs, we saw even worse performance. I mean, this is the 28,000. This is just from 2 days ago. Now, Disney lays off 8,800 part-time union workers. The rest of all the part-time employees. More Disney World layoffs revealed. 8,857 part-time union employees are losing their jobs. For 16 years, Sonia Flowers was on her feet hustling as a server in a fast-paced restaurant at Disney World's elaborate Grand Floridian resort. You go from that to this, Flowers said, who hasn't been back to work since March 15th. Now that's, 7 months. At Disney World, 8,857 part-time union employees won't be returning to their jobs. The latest job loss is hemorrhaging from a theme park industry stricken by lockdown. Flowers said she hasn't gotten confirmation yet, but believes she's among those being let go. Now, my sources tell me it's basically everybody who's part-time is done now. And they'll probably never get their jobs back. I mean, if you think about it, it's a part-time job. You don't get the luxury of sitting and waiting for those jobs to return. Hello, Kimber. I'm getting some home improvements done today, and the cats are all in the basement with me. Now you can see Kimber. You've probably never even seen Kimber before. This is one of my Fosters. Look at this little girl. Little Kimber. I also have 2 other cats on my desk, but that's neither here nor there. Universal Orlando is also undergoing another round of layoffs this week. Spokesman Tom Schroeder said Wednesday, declining to provide additional details other than employees let go were not hourly and worked throughout the company. The Disney job cuts announced Wednesday are part of the 28,000 company-wide layoffs Disney disclosed last month. At the time, Disney did not reveal how many layoffs would occur in Orlando, which reopened its theme parks in mid-July. Disneyland in California, meanwhile, remains closed without a set opening date. And I don't think they're going to open till 2021. I think that this year is just done for Disney in California, given their governor. And, the more I think about it, the more I'm on the fence about, are people even going? What are the lines like in Disney now that it's open? Would I want to go to Disney and wear a mask all day? Nope. And again, my position has always been like, if I'm choosing between a non-essential thing, like for entertainment purposes, and having to wear a mask, I'll just, I'll skip it for now, and I'll save the money and I'll wait till next year. Ultimately, if I have to go grocery shopping, I have to wear it, and that's okay. But I'm not going to wear it. I'm not going to spend $5,000 to go to Disneyland and wear a mask and have to have my temperature taken and all this other baloney. It's just not worth it. It's just it's a theme park, and at the end of the day, a lot of people that attend these theme parks it's a family vacation spot. It's a spot where families, hardworking, middle-class families, save up for sometimes years to be able to take the family. I remember when I was growing up, it's not like we went to Disneyland every year. We went once. And that's because that's what my family could afford. They saved up for years. We flew the cheapest possible airlines. We didn't stay in a fancy hotel. We rented a house back when it was like before Airbnb existed. It was something else way back then. We stayed in Kissimmee outside of town. We packed lunches every day because we couldn't afford to eat at the park every day. But it doesn't matter. Like, that's not the stuff I remember. The stuff I remember was how awesome Disney World was and Universal Studios back when I was, I don't know, I was probably in 5th or 6th grade at the time I went. And that was it. That was the one time we got to go. So families are not, and by the way, I'm thankful. I'm just being, I'm just putting it in a perspective that families that have to save up that money to go to this place, a lot of them have been affected by layoffs or lockdowns or local ordinances that have put their businesses at risk. A lot of these people are on unemployment right now, and now the extra money has dried up. So, I mean, people are worried about their next mortgage payment or apartment rent due. They're not thinking about going to Disneyland anyway. And now 28,000 new people will be worrying about that. Disney job cuts announced Wednesday are part of the 28,000 worldwide. Disney disclosed last month. Besides the part-time jobs, Disney notified the state last week that 6,700 non-union Disney World employees are being laid off as of December 4th. Together, that means about 20%, or more than 15,500 employees from Walt Disney World Resort Force that had numbered 77,000 has been cut. So the state of Florida is going to get absolutely demolished with unemployment requests. It's devastating. Eric Clinton, president of Unite Here Local 362, there's no other way to feel about all of this. Since the theme park reopened in mid-July, some part-time Disney World custodians and ride attendants have returned to work. However, thousands of other part-timers still have been furloughed for months, including some vacation planners, hotel housekeepers, monorail drivers, hotel bellhops. Many of the people in those positions are now being laid off. There's pain being felt across the board. I doubt that. How many executives are being laid off? Services Trade Council Union president, who led a coalition of locals that represent 43,000 Disney World employees, including Unite Here. But Disney and the STCU said that the losses could have been worse, stressing no full-time union employees will lose their jobs. So essentially, they've cut all part-time work. Quote, as incredibly difficult as it is to take this action, this agreement helps us preserve many full-time jobs, Disney spokeswoman Andrea Finger said in a statement. For those affected by the decision, we thank you for your dedication. While we don't know when the coup will be behind us, we are confident in our resilience, and we hope to welcome back cast members when we can. But they're not going to be able to wait. Like, they have got to pay their rent. So you're going to have, 20,000 brand new Uber drivers in Florida as they try to get by. And that sucks. I mean, my heart goes out to them for sure. For Flowers, 62, of Claremont, 62, and she's still grinding it. Getting laid off would mean her goal of retiring in 5 years becomes delayed. I'm going to have to go out and get a job, she says. Two members of Congress from Central Florida expressed sympathy for the employees while also criticizing Trump, of course, for announcing that he was ending talks over the new package because everything has to be about Drumpf. Now, my heart goes out to those that are in the entertainment industry that aren't pieces of garbage. You know, all the people that worked at theaters here, across the country and in the world. Sorry, that's Pounding going upstairs. And all the people that now worked at Disneyland that will probably never return because they're not going to be able to sit around and wait. This is rough news to report, but that's kind of my job. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon. Exactly. Meow.